Hello, everybody. How are you? Let me turn down the music. Thank you guys for stopping back in. Okay, let's see who we have. Hey, Diva, Diva the boss, pretty little butterfly. How are you, dear? D Brown, welcome back. Hey, Sting. I know Sharita is live as well, so hopefully she'll be ending soon and some more people can jump on over here. Um, I know Mika, I heard her looking for Mika over there. So today we're talking, I told you guys that we were going to talk about Missing Please Come Home. And a dear person is here today, and she is none other than Miss Vera. And she is the CEO or founder of Missing Please Come Home. And she's here to tell us a little bit about, I know I've been bragging about her on my end, but I want her to tell you guys about what she does. And Pretty Little Butterfly, I was telling her that you had already complimented her because you are from the Shy. And so go ahead, Vera, and you have the floor.
Wow. Well, first of all, let me give it back up to you, Miss Swag, because when I say thank you for your voice, thank you for your platform, and thank you for the opportunity. So, I just kind of feel it in my shando, as I often say, that this is a relationship that the Most High is getting ready to take to new levels. And I am so excited that you decided to call me in on this journey. And Pretty Little Butterfly, hey, I love the name. Thank you.
She
So,
says you spoke on the phone a couple times. Pretty Little Butterfly.
she said that I spoke on the phone with her a couple of times.
Yeah, she said we spoke on the phone a couple of times. She just typed that in. Can you see
Okay.
the chat?
You know what? I probably don't see
Oh,
the
that's
chat
right.
only
Because you're on
because,
the phone.
yeah, and then yeah, and I don't see the chat, but it's possible. It is possible. So I,
Okay.
so I tell you what, I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow. My organization is Missing Please Come Home Global Alert. And I like people to remember the global alert part is
Oh,
because
I
we're
want. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt. I'm going. This is the only time I'm interrupting. She said it was about insurance. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yep. That's it. So Pretty Little Butterfly, you right on point because I'm definitely 25 years as an insurance agent. No, as a matter of fact, I just lied. It's actually 27 years now. Jesus, take the wheel. So
Okay.
yeah. So it's Missing Please Come Home Global Alert. And the reason I like people to remember the global alert part is because we're sounding the trumpet, not just for our homes, not just for our communities, not just for our cities and our states, but we're sounding the trumpet for a world movement and encouraging people. If you see something, to say something. And we're encouraging people to educate even your children at home because as it relates to missing people, domestic violence, child endangerment, and bullying, it's real. And we're either part of the problem or part of the solution. And all of us, everybody under the sound of my voice, we all have something that we can do to be a part of the solution as it relates to missing women, children, young men, sex trafficking, domestic violence, bullying, child endangerment, and all of that stuff. So, Miss Wag, if you have any questions for me, or if anybody has questions, I could kind of pause and at least address the concerns of today or the questions. Are able to hear me okay?
Oh yeah, I forgot I had muted myself while you were talking. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So that's awesome. And like I was saying about the things that have been going on within the Chicagoland area, I was telling my audience about how influential you have been and how you are in the trenches, how I've seen you going into abandoned buildings looking for the family members of people who have reached out to you for assistance, and the awareness part, and how it's important that we all, you know, participate in spreading the information about missing persons, especially like our dear postal worker and Sierra Coles, and how we've been trying to find her for 4 years. And so, if anybody in the audience has a question, you are free to type it into the chat, and I can relay it to Vera before she goes into, you know, telling you about some of the situations where people have. And I also talked to them about, I told them about the young lady who you were successful in helping her mom find her. I think she was from Michigan, and how she was in Chicago, and you guys were successful in helping her reunite with her mom.
Yes. And you know what? I found the chat. So yes, I'm able to see the chats. So you know what, Swag? First of all, it takes a team. So let me say that it's not just me.
Well,
There
yeah, not just you. Yeah,
it
you spearheaded it.
yep. Well, I spearheaded it. But the reason I say that is because I want to encourage your listeners to become part of the team. We have a private group on Facebook, which is Missing Please Come Home Global Alert. You probably have
I
added
shared
your
the link.
tag.
I
Yep.
shared the link.
I kind of figured you did.
Hmm.
And I encourage them to join. And I also encourage them to share on their end. I also have to give a shout out to my partner, Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser, who actually helped a lot in getting the word out and spearheading even some of the boots on the ground search parties that we do. So
Yes.
you mentioned two people. The first person you mentioned was the missing postal worker, which is Kiara Cole. And
Hmm.
Kiara Cole is still missing, but guess what? There's still hope. I
Yes.
I talk to her mother Karen from time to time. Often, we stay in good communication, as well as I speak with her father, which is Joseph Cole, from
Joseph.
time to time. I stay in communication with them as well. And again, I will encourage anybody to just keep on sharing the information like you're doing, Swag, because this platform here now, and you taking the time to bring this up, it's all about awareness. So I can't give you enough flowers. If it seems like I'm giving you too many flowers on on this interview, just get you a vase, get you a vase, and put them all in there, okay? Because I'm gonna keep giving
Yes.
you your roses, honey.
Okay.
and
Thank you.
and
I give you yours too. I'm always talking about you and Martin on here.
yeah, and then you mentioned another young lady who we did find, and that was Imani Chambers, I believe her name.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
and
was her name.
yep, and forgive me because I don't necessarily internalize all of the missing people because there are so many of them, but there
Hmm.
are some that stick out a little bit more than others. And yes, that was a team effort as well. And
Hmm.
we really, really we hit the ground rolling. And
Yes.
we were turning over trash cans, kicking down doors. And let me just say this, we were not doing anything. I have to be careful what I say. Like kicking down doors. Oh my God, they can't do that. So
But you literally were, because I saw you going in the abandoned building,
swag. We ain't gonna say that on this.
looking in the garbage cans, and yes, you guys were out there, and I'm so indebted to you, because I just feel like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? That just warms my heart to know that. And I was telling them that it's stuff that you don't have to do, and how you leave the suburbs and go into the city, to places where some people dare to go, but you walk those streets and you look for people's missing daughters and mothers and sisters, and friends, and I applaud you for that.
Wow. And you know what? And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And it comes from a real personal place for me. For one, my mother, Ruthie Marie Giles.
Rest her soul.
Rest her living soul. Because I keep
Yes.
saying, you know what, my when they say to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
my mother had to show me that in her passing, because
Mm-hmm.
she is such a present individual. Although I can't see her physically or touch her physically,
Mm-hmm.
man, spiritually, she be right there.
Yes.
And she was the inspiration behind me getting out here and really, really taking this to another level. For one, she wanted to keep me busy while she was gone. And then for two, she knew that I had something in me, a passion for women, especially since I gave birth to 5 girls,
Mm-hmm.
and a passion for to empower women. And so again, she was my inspiration behind this, because she gave me so much love, light, and you know, just direction, that
Yes.
I still pull from that right now, with her being absent from the body and present with the Lord. And just to kind of give you a little story, it was a case here with a young baby that was missing. Let me, Lord have mercy,
Oh,
Samaje
Samaja.
Crosby,
Yes. Yes.
in Joliet.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom gave me instructions, because I was like, Mom, I'm not going over there to look for that baby. I'm not going to do it. And she was like, Yes, you are. And I was like, Oh, I am. Okay. And so I went over there, and that's how I really said, you know what? Nope. When we get babies missing,
Mm-hmm.
and turning out the way that it turned out,
Oh, that was so sad.
I said we can't, we can't keep doing this. And from then we went to Cupcake, and then we went, man,
Yes.
it's so many. Literally over these last 4 years, I kid you not, it has to be anywhere between over 1,000 missing people, over 1,000 missing
Yes.
people that
Yes.
have come through our platform.
Yes.
And
Even
again,
men. I even remember the young man who was in the fight
Jeremy,
on the west side. He was in the fight and then he disappeared
and he's still
and
missing.
still missing. I know some of his family members. Yeah.
His name is Jeremy.
Jeremy.
and
Yeah.
and that was the one case that my mom had a chance to walk those streets with me,
Mm-hmm.
and she was so very, very, very interested in what was going on with that young man. And she was sick and dying. She was gravely ill, but
Mm-hmm.
she used her energy to come out there and support the mission. And so again, when I'm holding conversations like this, and when people like you reach out and say, Can I speak with you? Can
Mm-hmm.
we talk? I am so honored, because you could have been talking about anything else,
Mm-hmm.
but you chose to give me an opportunity, to give me a voice, and to bring light into a place that is so dark, dirty, and dingy.
Yes, it is. And we never know because one day we don't want to ever be able to say it, but it could be us. And I remember you saying that one time when you were looking for someone and you were asking for volunteers to come out. I remember you saying, "Don't wait until it's your family member."
Yeah, because here's the thing, we are all we got. And
Mm-hmm.
if it was your child, if it was your loved one,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't just want somebody to do it for you. You would need somebody
Yes.
to come
Yes.
through and to help you.
Yes.
And a lot of times it may not be from the people that you think it's from. Do you know how many family members don't come out and help their family search for their missing loved one? Do
Yes.
you know how many people throw their hands up because it's like, oh well,
Yeah.
and they go on with their lives?
Yes, yes. I've seen it. I've seen your frustrations. I've seen your triumphs, when we do are able to get someone back with their families. I've sat and I've seen it and it's really something because like you said, there's so many missing people and there's so many hurting individuals right now who are missing loved ones. And so Feast says you put Feast with Courtney says you put in the work now. If it will never be, you will still put the work in. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I
So,
see that.
does anybody have any questions for Vera while she's here? We will be we will be introducing some of Vera's clients, people that she has dealt with, and they'll share their stories in the near future. And I would also love to have the crime chaser come. He's all I love my Chicago people. We're like family in Chicago. And it's a really tight connect, and like you feel like you're related. And so I would love to have him come and talk and share. He is the crime chaser. He's on the grounds. Anything going on in Chicago, he's right there trying to see what is going on to advocate for people as well as Vera. And they're like best buddies. So,
And let me be clear. We because I can hear my husband saying, I know ain't nobody talking about best buddies with nobody like that. He is my amazing
brother.
business partner.
Oh, okay.
He's a good friend. I have to be clear because you know what, social media can take something and run with it, right?
Oh, yeah, they can. They can. But anybody who knows you and who knows Martin know that you guys are like siblings.
Yes, that is the truth. And he is really good friends with my husband as well. So I just like to
Yeah.
put it out there for the ears that's listening.
Yeah,
That
you
we
have to
only
be
got
careful.
one time to get it right, right?
Yes. Hey, dropping it with Kai. How are you? Yeah, so Vera, do you want to talk about, do you have any active cases going on right now?
So there's always active cases. There's always somebody missing. It's
Mhm.
always something that's going on. And again, that's why it takes a community. So one of the things that I always encourage people to do is get in the group. Please join. Join now. Take a moment and just click on the link and join Missing Please Come Home Global Alert, and
It's on
then go to.
Facebook, and the link is in my community post, you guys. Uh, I wonder if I can drop it here. I'm going to try to drop it in here. But yeah, it's a join, because what Vera does, I'm sorry, Vera, is she hold on. She posts pictures and information about people who have, are missing, like when their family members reach out to her.
Yeah. And that's how we get so many people. Thank you. You all are welcome. I see. Thank you, Vera, for all you do. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you all as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. And what I was saying, Swag, is the reason I always say to people, because there are so many cases that I'll get somebody to say, Vera, why you didn't say anything about my case? Vera, why? Listen,
Oh yeah.
no child left behind. None. I got someone whose children have been missing for over 5 years now, and she's in Indiana. And it's her daughter that's missing and her grandson. And she we spend a lot of time out on the street and byways and news conferences to constantly bring awareness. And I mean, there are so many people that have missing loved ones, and some of them been missing for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5, 10. It's just so much. And you would think, what in the name of God is going on that a whole person can come up missing and nobody know nothing, nobody seen nothing, nobody said nothing. So I encourage people to do a few things, and I hope that you guys could take a few notes, a few tips as it relate to becoming aware of things that just don't look right. Now they do have like little signs, and you can go on TikTok and kind of look at some of the missing persons signs and symbols so that you can have a visual. But pay attention when you're out in public to see if somebody is throwing up some of the signs and symbols that say that I am in distress, help me. Because a lot of times they will take these people out in public, and they're too frightened to run or to say something or to act like they're missing. or that they're involved in some type of sex trafficking ring, because they're fearful for their lives. But
Mm-hmm.
they do get a chance to kind of throw up a sign or throw up a symbol. And if you're paying attention, then you could alert authorities. The next thing that I always encourage parents, encourage people to do, even if it's not your child, you can just talk to one. If you're a teacher, encourage them to not become so friendly with people on social media. People on social media is not your friend. You don't know those people. Sometimes it's just a plot just to get you comfortable. And you can be a month, 2, 3 years of being a friend with somebody. And then no soon as you connect with them, you find out that all that was a plot. That was the same situation that happened with the young lady that came from Wisconsin. She was plotted here, thinking that she had a friend, only to realize that it was a frenemy.
Right.
And that happens in so many cases. Whereas you think you've met somebody on social media, even for young ladies, they thinking that, oh, that's my boo, that's my boo. And then when it's finally time for you to meet your boo, you realize that it's like he was actually Freddy Krueger,
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
So again, teach your children to try to practice, not being too friendly on social media, not necessarily trusting people. If you could get into your children's phone from time to time, just to kind of see who they talking to and what they talking about. Yeah,
And
sit on
also,
your
boy,
children.
not just girls either.
No, that's why I said children,
Yep.
because
I'm just
because yeah, for
people
for
think just girls, but it's boys too.
oh yeah, most definitely it's boys as well. And we again, we have a responsibility
Mm-hmm.
to keep our eyes open and to help them. I got a TikTok that I put on. I'm I put a video up on TikTok, and I gave an example of some of the vans that's used for sex trafficking. And I went on to explain to people and say that if you're parked next to a one of those white vans that don't have the windows,
Mm-hmm.
don't park next to those vans, because it could be white is the most common color, but it can be any color. But be careful about parking next to vans and coming out into parking lots late at night, because that's how a lot of people are missing, because they park next to these vans. People jump out on you. Next thing you know, ain't nobody paying no attention. You in the van, and you can scream, holler for help till you blue in the face. There are no windows, and don't nobody know what's going on in the back of those vans. So
Right.
women especially, the reason why I say women especially is because a lot of times they are at a disadvantage, because they're distracted and they're not as strong as some of the men that may jump out on them. If you're going to
Mm-hmm.
be out late at night, have you a couple of things. First of all, have your keys in your hand and sound your alarm before even walking to your car, because that's a distraction that gets people to looking. So if you're walking into a parking lot at night and you know how they got the panic button on your keychain,
Mm-hmm.
I mean on your keys, hit that panic button, just so that as you're walking to your car, it's like boom, boom, the lights going off, the horn blowing. People like, what is that?
Right.
And if anybody is after you, guess what they start to do? Say, man, she's bringing attention to herself.
Yeah.
Then don't be afraid to have you something in your hand. My mother always taught me to have you a pen, because a pen can become a weapon
Mm-hmm.
if need be. But have you something to be able to fight people off if they are in your presence. And don't be afraid to ask for security, to say, listen, you know what? I'm really kind of uncomfortable with what's going on. Can I have security kind of look me out, watch me out?
Mm-hmm.
There's something strange that I don't like about what I'm seeing, so I'm not going to go to my car unprotected. If you see paper on your windshield, Don't go touching paper, don't go moving stuff off, because a lot of times they have all different types of chemicals and different things on the paper, and before you know it, you passed out because you don't even know what you've touched.
Wow.
And yeah, that's something that they're doing. And if you see anything under your car, don't try to get under the car and start moving something. Call for security, call the police, pay attention. Because again, I cannot make this stuff up. There is an alarming amount of missing people. I always say women and children, but there are also young men, as Swag has said. Let that be known. Me and you have to be careful too.
Yes. Yes. Because that was kind of shocking to know, when I heard about Jeremy. Um, and it's like a full grown, healthy man is missing, and he's not the only one. Remember the other young man who was married or something? Um, there's another young man. It's like grown men come up missing just like children and women. So, yeah,
So again, I can go on and on for hours. What's
I
that
know.
song? My grandbaby saying, "I can do this for hours and hours. I can do it for hours."
Yes,
We got so many stories and it's so much. But
yes,
again, all we need is each other, because when we come together to do what we can do to make a difference, we automatically become a force to be reckoned with.
right. Yes. And I know that you are a busy person, and I really truly appreciate you for taking time out of your schedule and connecting with us and sharing with my audience. I'm sorry. In regards to safety tips, especially around this time of year. And like I said, we will hear more from Vera is tunneling some young ladies through here to talk to you guys about their experiences and their stories. And I just I'm so grateful to have you here today.
And you know
Let's.
what? In closing, I am doing a book project. My
Oh
mentor and
yeah.
my coach is Les Brown. For those people that have heard of Les Brown, motivational speaker Les Brown. And I am doing a series of books. It's the Book of Ruth, How to Create New Chapters in Your Life. That's the first book project that I am in the process of working on right now with 17 other co authors. But I also have other books and different series to the Book of Ruth that's coming out, so that if there's anyone that have a story and that would like to do some collaborations and get your story out, I if they could get back, if they could get with you, however you do it, and then you and I could talk, then I would like to give those people an opportunities to have their stories told. One thing about his story is that it's actually your story. And the graveyard is filled with stories because nobody took the time to write their story down. And what I am just as passionate about is giving people the opportunity to tell their story, giving people the opportunity to write so that they could leave something so that their children's children could read. So give birth to your book project so that his story could become your story.
Thank you so much. So, does their story have to be pertaining to a certain subject or topic, or does it? What type of stories are they sharing?
So for example, with the project that we're doing now, there are several different stories. We have stories because this is how to create new chapters in your life. So everybody, so people got different stories. So just to give you an example, there are stories that people have been through domestic violence and survived. I'm talking about horror stories through domestic violence. There are people that were shot and left for dead
Mm-hmm.
just in a robbery attempt. There are people that have went through a divorce and survived the divorce, and they talk about the divorce. There are
Okay.
people that were molested when they were babies, young, you know, through the hands of people that they know, loved, and trust.
Right.
We talk about narcissistic abuse. We talk about missing people,
Okay.
and some of the stuff that they went through while they were missing, or sex trafficking. So I mean, there is no limit. Your story is your story. Now there are some series where we hit specifics, and it may be how to deal with a divorce. And so that's a specific. However, if you have a story, and you do have a story, we know where to put you at, so that your story, could make sense where it needs to make sense.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. So if you guys um want to, first of all, I have dropped the link for the Missing Please Come Home Global page for Facebook, where you can also contact Vera. And if you want to contact her through me, you can as well. But please take a moment, and I'm going to drop it again, and go over and click the Facebook page link, so that you can become a part of the group, and so that when there are missing individuals, you will be made aware of it. You will have the opportunity to share, because that's like a huge contribution to the cause, is to be able to share that someone is missing. Feast with Cornice is asking, is it just on Facebook?
Nope,
Some people,
we're also on Instagram, and I also have a private group on Clubhouse,
okay,
and we also have a YouTube. However, the most active place is Facebook right
okay,
now, because that's where we have our group, and that's where we execute. So I am also developing a team of people, so that we could kind of go next level in different city states and countries. So if there's someone out there that's open to being a volunteer, because we have a lot of eyes on us now, and if there is somebody that's interested in being a volunteer, so that if we have somebody, let's say we have somebody missing in your city, your state, someplace near you, and we're looking for an organizer, and if you're willing to kind of be a boots on the ground person, with either helping get out flyers, or if you're willing to help lead a search party, and you don't have to kick in doors.
mm-hmm.
You could just, you know stop cars, and hand out flyers. You could simply just be a person to help the mother or the father or the loved one of someone,
Yes,
just even in prayer. So we have prayer warriors that's a part of our platform. So we do prayers for families, because sometimes people are going through,
yes, and
and they
like I,
just need
yes,
somebody to pray for them. Go ahead, Swag.
yeah, just like we talked about earlier today, how I remember, like, one of the parents, who's the young lady was missing, the one who was kind of lured away from home on her way to school, and how I was like, you know what, I want to give the mom a massage, because the mom had gone through so much. It can be simple stuff. It doesn't have to be that you're actually out, like she said, kicking down the doors. Anything, like she said, a prayer, a meal, or anything that you're able or willing to do within your area. Because, like Vera says, it's like, it's global. It's not just in Chicago. There's people, like she said, Wisconsin, different states, and then there may very well be a case that comes from where you live, where you can become a part or do anything to assist, even if it is just sharing the knowledge.
Yes. When I say that it's your gift that makes room for you,
Mm-hmm.
and when you just become conscious and saying, you know what, I just want to do what I am purposed to do to make a difference, you'll be surprised on how big your difference make. Just like now, this you're making such a huge difference, because you decided to say, you know what, let me open my mouth, let me start my platform, let me show them how, let me show them my swag, let me show them my swag. And
Yeah.
because of you, Swag, that's why we're all here now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're constantly bringing awareness. And the only thing I wish you in the close of this year and the beginning of 2023 as much love, light, happiness, support, positive energy, and resources you need to become more of who you were purposed to be.
I,
That's my wish for you.
I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. Anybody have any questions before Vera goes? She's getting ready to leave us.
It's 4:44 here, so we are in divine.
Yes. So no other questions. I know somebody said that the oh, wait a minute. Uh Somebody said that they were going to ask the question that I asked, which was becoming woman. Um Oh, it was about the stories, like what type of story. Okay. So yes, so you guys please, hey Elaine, how are you? Member alert. Hey. Hey Mika, member alert. I always holla out my members. So you guys, I have dropped the link. So make sure that you go and subscribe to or join the Facebook page and look for Vera on Clubhouse. It's the same name, right? Missing, please come
Missing,
home.
please come home. Global alert. And
Okay.
then also find me personally by my name, Vera Giles Norris, on each platform because I always direct people to my private groups. So Vera Giles Norris on all platforms. And then Missing Please Come Home Global Alert. But I have several platforms. And Miss Swag, I'm so excited about connecting with you, my sister queen, because again, I see a lot. I'm not going to go into detail, but again, I thank you for your light and I thank you for giving me an opportunity to shine in your space. I humbly appreciate you for that.
Thank you so much, sis. I'll talk to you later and we'll be
Yes,
connected.
ma'am. All
Okay.
right. You guys have a great one. Bye for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye bye.
No worries.
Okay, you guys. Let's see. Let's get into these comments. I am so excited about this. This is something that I have been following and watching and uh, with Vera for years now. She's actually, we're just all from the same community. So whenever I can see someone doing something so great as this, I have no choice but to support them in whatever way I can, even though, when I would see them out um, in the pavement, I may not have been physically able to go there, but even something like she said, the smallest things, supplying a meal for the family or little monetary things or like prayers, just sharing it. And that's the good thing about it, because there's no one way to be able to assist or help. This one case that like I said, I'm still looking into it. It is just really, it's really it bothers me because this young lady, left home to go to work, to go to the post office to work. So, not somebody who was just out and about, but Kiera was 26 years old, pregnant, and nobody has seen her in 4 years. So things like that just, it touches my heart. So let's see. What were you guys saying? So I dropped the link several times. Again, Vera's number, I mean her full name is in there. You can reach her on Facebook, Instagram, Clubhouse, YouTube as well. But like I said, she's just now coming to YouTube, so her YouTube isn't really, her biggest presence is on Facebook. But yes, so you can reach out to her, and if you want to be a part of that collaboration with the the book project that they are working on, then please feel free to. They're welcoming people to tell their stories, and it is to empower and inspire others who may be going through exactly what you went through and survived. So that is within itself is a blessing, to be able to share it and be able to let someone else see that they can too survive what you went through. So that's a great opportunity if anybody is interested in that. Um, Dropping it with Kai, nephew, glam to glam in the house, feast with Cornice, Tammy Pritchard. Appreciate you guys. Glam to glam, member alert. Diva the boss, member alert. D Brown, Wanda Clayton. Who else is in here? Sting. Uh, Hold on. Let's see. Jacob Waters, support from Illinois. Welcome, Jacob. Welcome, welcome. Lisa, Brittany Babs is in the house. Hey, Nisi Pooh. Um, Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Let's see. I want to read some of these comments. I didn't have class today because my students are doing CPR. So that is why I'm able to be on here because any other time I'd be running to class right about now. So that is great. And so that's why I chose to interview Vera today. And I do have some other things coming up to bring to the platform. I want to bring things that are going to empower and help you guys. Hold on a second. My husband just came in. Hey, boo, can you take that meat out the oven for me, please? Thank you, honey. Give me a kiss. Mwah, mwah. Love you. Okay, so Pretty Little Butterfly said, brother and sister. Yes, definitely brother and sister. But I get it. I understand, Pretty Little Butterfly, that you have to make some explanations on this thing because people will be going around saying stuff, and somebody probably has said something like that, because of how close Martin and Vera are. They're like I said, like siblings. Okay, let's see. Sweet dreams. Hey, boo. How are you? I think I said hi to Tammy. Let's see. Facts. That's why I stay to myself. Let's see. What were you? Oh, you were talking about something that Vera said. Hello, swag found and Vera, two ladies from Chicago. Hello, chat. Yes, Shot Town. D was talking. Tammy was talking about cussing out that dummy. I know what you're talking about. Oh, D said, Tammy, let's talk about that later. That's okay. Hey, this is where you communicate. As long as you guys are not fighting, you're talking about a dummy. That's okay. Boys also, yes, definitely. And and there's a misconception about people being kidnapped. It's not just girls, right? It's women, men, children, babies, and there's some sick individuals out here. Flowers in the Attic was asking who's speaking on the panel. That was Vera Giles Norris. She's from Illinois and she has that organization. She founded that organization that I placed and I spoke of earlier, Missing Please Come Home. And it's an effort to find individuals who are missing. And there has been some recovery. And then there are definitely some people who are still missing and the family is still looking for them. Glam says, I don't play with vans. When she said that about the white vans, baby, ever since I was a kid, Glam, and you probably have heard it when they used to talk about the, what they used to call the man. They used to call it the somebody man. Um, they used to talk about that, in vans. I'm just, ooh, vans with no mirrors. I cannot. When I see them, I just something happens. So I do get that. I would never park next to one. Wanda Clayton says, very informative, and I pray people on here are paying attention. Sometimes we become too friendly on this app and befriend easily, not knowing who these people are because they say what we like. Oh my God, Wanda, let me pin you. Let me pin you, girl. That is nothing further. That is so true. That's true. Yes, people are beyond crazy now. Wanda D is agreeing. So is Feast with Cornice. Sweet dreams. Wanda, you're absolutely right. I tried the spirit by the spirit. I know that's right. Marissa, hey Marissa, how are you, dearie? Hello, swag mod and entire chat. And Wanda says, beware of your surroundings at all times, even on these apps. They are keyboard gangsters for real. We don't know these people. We say this, but so many act as if they know them in real life. And I agree with you on that too, Wanda. Everybody's agreeing with you, Wanda. Wanda says, yes, at Tammy, I'm very cautious about people in general, but I am a people person, but I study everyone. Hold on a second. Babe, was it ready? Okay. Um, Let me see. Wanda says, and Tammy, yes, I'm very okay. I read that. Fee says, for real, Miss Wanda, we got to think and move smarter and beware. I agree with that. Becoming said this was a very informative live. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, Becoming 1981. I appreciate that. And that is the purpose of us being here. And anytime you guys have things you want to share and you want to discuss, please feel free to also, if you want me to try to find someone who can address it. I don't address things that I don't know, but I will look for someone who can. And you can always send me an email at swagfound@gmail.com at gmail.com. Swag found with two A's. Miss Wanda, I'm the exact same way. That's why I only follow certain people on social media. Wow. Yeah, you have to be careful. Hey, Nikki. What's up, Nikki? Nikki. Good evening, Swag Found in chat. Nikki. Then we have Tammy saying D has a good heart. She certainly does. Wanda says, Tammy, you better know it because when I hear certain things, I bag up. Yes, that's what I do too. I'm really good about falling off. I'll fall off in a minute from stuff that doesn't sit right with me. Um, D says, Tammy, I do. That's why I can't deal with some people on here. They're too evil. Tammy says, awesome content, swag, and co host. Thank you so much, Tammy. Nikki is speaking to everybody, becoming. I read your question. I mean, your comment. Tammy says, D, you don't bother nobody. They be coming for you for no reason. Yeah, people will tend to do that on here. Okay, we answered that. These Diva saying anyone that she missed, she's speaking to. D Brown says she's right. I talked to my daughters about this. One of them gets off work at 12 midnight. And yes, and when I used to work and get off at night, um, yeah, people, my grandmother, it used to always be like, be careful. Feast says, Swag, I love your style and respect. Miss Vera, I will find you on the mall. Thanks. Thank you so much, Feast. I love your style as well. I appreciate you. Okay. Tammy says, Amen. B. Brown, I know, but I don't care because I don't know them and they don't know me. And I'll never want to meet half of them because I see how they move on here. I watch a lot. Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Okay. Let's see. And I will. God will never let me down. Hey Elaine, I spoke to Elaine. Elaine, I'm so happy that I can see you. I had to go through a process. I had someone and they told me how to go into Google and fix that. So I'm hoping that I shared that information with someone to send to Rita too, so that she can try it to see if she can let some people who she wants to be able to see in. The next segment, Feast, we're looking at a Friday. I wanted to do this Friday a segment with a panel of positive content creators. However, this Saturday is our anniversary, so we're going to go away Friday, but I don't know. Yeah, so it's hope, and then next Friday is the weekend leading up to Christmas, so we may be able to. I'll have to check with the panel and see if they're available, but yeah, so it will be soon, honey. I'll make sure that you know. Um, okay, I put Vera's name in there. People are speaking. Wow, I would love to talk to her. D Brown, yes, reach out to her. Vera Niles George, Giles Norris. And also, if you want, I can put you in contact with her. She has no problem with that. She shares her number because she encourages people to reach out to her, especially in the event something happens, like, they can't find their child or something. So that's not a problem at all. Um, she would love to have you to talk with her or share or be a part of her organization worldwide. Thank you. This is great. Thank you. Kai says, thank you for allowing her to spread awareness about missing persons. Yes, Kai. Thank you so much. So much. I appreciate it. Um, okay, Nikki speaking. Ellen Martin. Hey, Ellen Martin. How are you, dear? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. She says, hello, everyone. I'm late. That's okay. You made it in time. Cheryl Williams. Hi, Cheryl. How are you, dear? Thank you for stopping by. Tammy says, I love your platform swag. Oh, Tammy, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mother of Three says, hello. Hey, Mother of Three. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hello, Mother of Three. Okay, everybody's speaking. I don't want to miss anybody. I like to make sure I call everybody out. No more drama. Hey, dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No more drama. How are you? I'm a people person, but a good reader. That's good, Lisa Parker. Hey, Lisa Parker. What's up, girl? Yeah, you have to be. You have to. You have to always be vigilant and make sure you're paying attention, especially to your surroundings and people that you don't know and people that you do know. Because I'm quite sure some of these people who are missing by at the hands of someone that they know, right? It's not always a stranger. So that's something too to but the fact that she mentioned, hey, Ocean Waves TV, how are you? Ocean Waves is in the house. Hey, Ocean. Um, Thank you for coming by. Another thing that she mentioned about the signs. Now I'm going to go and look up the signs, right? Because I didn't know that. That if you're out, and it's good for you to know, and it's good for you to share with people that you know, because there could very well be people, and we're so into our phones and stuff when we're walking, we're not really paying attention. But if we knew little signs that we could show people to let them know we were in trouble, man, that's amazing. Imagine doing the signs and nobody's paying attention. So, yeah. So, let's see. Okay. So, Ocean, Cheryl, dropping it. Mother Three. Ocean says, just speaking. I hope I caught you before you left because I'm just getting down here. Um, Wanda Clayton says, my girl swag has brought awareness once again. Oh, Wanda, thank you so much. That's what I'm here for. I'm trying to bring awareness in whatever way I can, because that's what it's all about. Otherwise, we're wasting our time. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be on here. I could be watching TV or I could be in there with my husband watching the food. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. I'm here for that. I'm here for it. 74. Hey, boo. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. Diva saying hi again. People is weird these days. Yes, they are, Ellen. They are weird. They are weird. Let's see. Please hit the like button if you have not done so. Glam to Gam is telling you guys to slam on that like button. You're welcome. Always swag. Have a good night. I'm here letting it play. Keep bringing what is needed for all women, children, and men. Oh, I appreciate you so much, Feast with Cornies. Thank you so much. Hey, Inclusion. What's up, sis? That is a member alert. Hey, Inclusion. How are you? Hey, Doc. Informative as always. I appreciate you, Inclusion. Ellen says we are living in a spiritual warfare. Yes, yes, we are. Mo 3. Oh, Mother 3. Girl, you know Mo 3 is a whole sector. I'm like, Mo 3 is in here? Glam. Mo 3 is a sector, girl, on here, over across the way there. Over there with the beef and the black. Um, hey, Alice Flint. Hey, dear. She said, ooh, I'm tardy for the party. Hey, swag and chat. Hey, Alice. If you missed the beginning, you can go and watch it. But I think you probably made it in time. Let me see. No, you did just miss. You missed the guest. So yeah, go back and watch when you get a chance, dear. Ginger. Hey, Ginger. I thought I spoke to you up top. Hey, Ginger Boo. How are you? Member alert. Thank you so much for coming by. Belladonna. I miss Belladonna. Who's Belladonna, Diva? Thanks for subscribing. Did I miss Belladonna? How come I can't see Belladonna? I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay, let's see. Alice is speaking. Please, please, everyone, stay off your phones when you're in public places. Yes, Ellen. You know what? And I have to practice that myself. Yeah, I do, because we don't think about that. But you're right. Hey, in the service, how are you, Auntie? How are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Lisa says that, Ellen, that is one of my pet peeves, being on the phone in public. Um, okay. So, yes. So, I have been on here exactly 56 minutes and I have enjoyed every bit of it. Um, since I don't have class tonight, I'm going to go and finish up my dinner that my husband is so graciously looking after right now, um, and spend a little time with him, right? But I'll still have my earplug in. Don't tell him, but I'll still have my earplug in, and I'll still be listening and in the streets, and I'll catch some of you tonight. Please be reminded that our membership badges are available. If you would love to be a part of Team Swag, we would love to have you. Also, if you could do me a favor and share this live, that would be awesome. Oh, you got hacked? She says, yes, watch credit cards. We got hacked, please. Yeah, I just got an alert saying some woman in Chicago is pickpocketing or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. But thank you so much, in the service, for sharing that, because this is that time of year. Also, there was an article, and I meant to share it on here, that I saw from Walmart on December 5th. If you shopped at Walmart, please check your receipts, because there was an incident of people being charged double or something. Yeah, like double charged for their merchandise. And they said that there was a glitch in the cash register. You know how some people don't really pay attention to how much they're spending. So yeah, and they are, the banks are. You have to contact your bank or whatever. But I saw that article. I'm going to find it and share it. I'm always looking at news and stuff on online, and so make sure if you went to a Walmart store and it was not just in one location, it was in several. Um, they said that there was some type of glitch and it was double charging. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, he wanted burgers. So I put them in the oven, inclusion. I put onions and seasoned them really good with some garlic powder and steak seasoning and some onions, and put them in the oven. He wanted burgers today. So that's what I made. I didn't have to do anything hard. Just season them, put some foil on them, and stuck them in the oven. So yeah, I gotta go in there and get some sides together. But he'll probably just want a burger. But I do have some vegetables or something. Ellen says, thank you so much, Queen, for the awareness. Oh, thank you so much, Ellen, for being here to listen. What you cooking, Guru? I'm in carry out. I'm in carry out. Oh, okay. Carry out, yeah. Okay, so again, thank you all for stopping by. On your way out, please make sure you have hit the like button, and do me one favor before you go. Please either say it to yourself or type it in the chat. I must, I can, I will. Until next time. Thank you. Bye bye.